What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. It is a crazy world, a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, we're going to take a look at the dollar, and we're going to take a look at that XRP chart that I posted just before Christmas. Seems to be playing out beautifully. Definitely stick around for that. Also, don't forget, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. Not your keys, not your crypto. We do that every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Smash that like button and leave your comment below. Fear and Greed Index at 93, still in the extreme greed zone. We've been up here for a very long time. So this is the Dow Jones. I haven't been around on social media and news just with all the crazy stuff going around. Sometimes you got to free your mind. That's what I've been doing. I suggest everybody tries that. It helps. Just with everything going on, could be pretty tense. But anyways, we broke that 30,800, 30,900 range I was talking about. And I said if we could get support on that, we could be going much, much higher. We have one more point of resistance here. It's going to be around the $31,500 range. If we can break that and get support, then we could be, this could just be going up for years, which makes no sense. But what does make sense today, right? Look at gold. So looking at gold, we broke out of this falling channel. And I had said on my last video, if we could break this 1966, the next measured move would be 2100 area, breaking out of this. We could not hold above it. We did drop below. We also talked about having some bearish divergence here. We had higher or lower highs up in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. We did obviously break back in, and I still think it's possible we come back down to this 1736 area. So definitely keep a close eye on gold. And looking at the DXY, this is another thing we've been watching. This looks like a fractal, just another wedge just like this one. Everything lines up in this. The EMAs, everything is reacting the same. And I know a lot of people are saying the dollar's dead. It could be dying. But I do think there's a good possibility that we break up and out of this wedge. And if you look at the measured move from the break of this wedge, it came right. The measured move was up to this high here. Just like I have it, same line over here. We came up, obviously, to that level. We broke above it, kind of a fake out and back down. I expect pretty much the same thing over here, unless we break this low one more time, which is around 89.11. If we break that, then the dollar could be in trouble like people think. But remember, in markets, the saying is to buy the fear, which there's tons of fear in the dollar, and sell the hype. And there's a lot of hype right now in Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's a top, but we're going to take a look at a few different ways you need to look at Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the 1 hour in the short term right now. If we break below this trend line, depending on where it breaks, we'd be looking to go down towards 34,000 to, again, depending on where it breaks. If we go back up, retest this one more time, it might not break till over here. But somewhere between 34 and 36. Another thing I want to look at here is possible cup and handle. And we draw this in as a cup here. And this being the handle, which it did break the neckline. The measured move of that is around 43,000. I have a couple things talking about 43. It is the weekend. There's low volume. We could get up. Having one more push up to 43, possibly higher. I'll give you those targets here in a minute. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. You can have longs, shorts, all at the same time. You can have long-term trades, short-term trades, scalps, day trades, whatever, all at the same time on one exchange. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything on one exchange without having to have multiple accounts and all that garbage. Definitely check them out. by far my preferred exchange. They don't trade against you. You can use my promo code Savy50. That'll give you 50% on top of whatever you deposit, up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I also have links to them down below. All right, let's take a look at the dollar over. I have the dollar chart over the Bitcoin chart here. And something I just wanted to point out, when Bitcoin tops out, the dollar usually bottoms out. Again, if we break this bottom trend line on the dollar, then people could be right about the dollar dying. But again, I'm not convinced of that yet. But as you can see, when Bitcoin bottomed here, the dollar topped here. Bitcoin, or the dollar bottomed here, Bitcoin topped. And if it's the bottom here, then we should be getting at least a correction soon. But again, we're going to talk about how high we could go first. Let's look at the Elliott wave count. So looking at the white count, this is the more macro count of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third wave, if it's going to end up like 2017, the third wave would end sometime towards the end of the year. That would be at least 50 to, could be 100,000 like people are talking, but I would expect that to be in December of this year, if that was the case. That doesn't mean we don't have a big correction, because within this third wave that we're looking at here, 2017 being wave 1, this being wave 3, would be, if this, I'm sorry, this is the micro count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, within wave 3, there's 5 waves within every wave. That would be, if it's already extended, overextended, so the point, or the 3.618 extensions, around 43,000. We could see that this weekend if they want to pump it up to this range, but there's going to be some heavy resistance there. Now a break above that, this could go extend all the way up to as far as the 4.618, which is around 54,000. I would be extremely careful here, guys. We are probably going to see at least some resistance here, if not start wave 4 after that. And being wave 1 down here was a deep retracement, usually makes wave 4 a more shallow retracement. So the least it would retrace, if we do top on this 43, and again, I think in June is going to be when we would see the bottom of wave 4 if this plays out, and then one more big leg up for the end of the year. If it plays out like that, I do have a chart showing that we could be a year ahead of the cycle too, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the first level of retracement would be the 0.236, and that'd be around the $33,700 range, and then go up for our 5th wave. And again, I'm looking for this in June. That's when I will buy a bigger position in Bitcoin to ride it back up if this ends up playing out this way. The 0.382 fib, which is the most likely, is around $27,000 to $28,000 range. And then we have the 0.5 fib all the way down to 23.7. Now, of course, the 0.618 is about 19,000. And we've talked about it before. Wave 4 cannot go below wave 1. If it does, it is invalid. And that's around 14,000. All right, let's take a look at, we're looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an extended 5th. As you can see, zoom in, we had a target of the 32.89 here, which we went above it, came back up, tested it again. We came all the way back down to around the 27,000 area before breaking it. Now we're resting on top of the next 2.618 fib, which is around 39,646. As long as we can stay above that, we could go as high as 46,000. If you guys watched my videos from years ago, 46,000 was my target, because I was looking at the macro and I just thought it was going to happen quicker. But now, like I said, with all the crazy stuff going on, if this was to break, the next fib there is the 4.236 for his super extended wave. If you guys are, why does this keep going back to there? All right, let's look at this now. So this is the funding rate, and It is extremely high right now. You can see where it was in March before we had our dump. Just be careful around here, guys. That's pretty high funding rate. And again, it's the weekend, so anything can happen. We can get a nice push up. But let's look at, this is the chart I want to talk about. Could we possibly be a year ahead of schedule on this cycle that everybody's on the 4-year cycle, right? Let's look at this off of these two waves here. From 2017, when we blew out of this rising channel and had our parabolic rise to the top of 2017. From the time we broke that channel to the top was 213%. And as you can see, we did similar thing over here also. This is why I'm saying be very cautious. I know a lot of people, I'm starting to hear never below 30,000 again. I mean, it's possible. Like I said, we could have our wave 3 and then 4 and then wave 5 going way up into the $50,000 range and then never see that again. But as you guys, most of you know, the ones that have been here for a while, everybody likes to talk down to the, you know, printing of the dollar, but nobody ever seems to mention printing of Tether. They're doing the same thing that the dollar's doing. And if that continues, that could be bad. Because if you can buy something with monopoly money and then pull out real money by selling it, just something to think about. Just trying to give you ways to look at it in all directions, guys. I know everybody, just like in 2017, people were calling for $1 million Bitcoin, $200,000 Bitcoin, way over here. And you can see what happened after that. Just be cautious. There's a lot of euphoria here. So if we went that same thing, 213% here would be about 46,000 from the break of here. And not saying it's going to happen, but you need to look at both things, guys. And if we go from the top of here to when we bottomed out, that bear market took us 84%. Let's say we get up to that 46,000. If we got up to 46,000, went down 85%, be around $6,000 Bitcoin. Again, not saying it has to happen, but let's take a look at another thing over here. So looking at the top of these two humps here, let's put a horizontal line from that second one right there. We almost came down to retest it before we had our run, but eventually we did break that line. That was around 48,000, and we came down below it. We did the same thing over here, same exact thing. Let's zoom in a little bit and look at this, the second hump up here. Oh yeah, let's put this line up there. Same thing, came down, broke below it. Now, if we put it up here on the current one, we are at 12,466. So another thing I wanted to point out, like I said, it could be a year ahead. A year ahead of schedule. Also, we're going to take a look at that XRP chart in a minute, but talking about it being a possible year ahead of schedule, let's look at when this first hump came down and bottomed. It was July of 2017. Let's check this hump over here. And that would have been July 2020. Let's check when after this rise here we came back down for this correction was September 2017. When was this one? September 2020. And let's look at this. Once it broke and came back down, we didn't quite get as far down over here, but when was that bottom? Around November. Let's look at this one. And same thing, right around November. So guys, this could be a year ahead of schedule. And we could possibly see another dump like this. Not saying it's going to happen, but think about it. There was a whole lot of mom and pa and a lot of retail buyers and just people buying didn't know what it was about right here. And those were people, you know, throwing in a lot less money than these institutions are throwing in now. To think institutions are any smarter than people is crazy because they're just people. Now, When everybody panicked up here and started selling, we see what happened in that multi-year bear market. Same thing up here. If institutions start panicking and selling, the same exact thing can happen. Just be aware of that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Like I said, we could see a wave 4, a wave 5, and that'd be wave 3. We could go much, much higher. This could continue up if the world keeps doing what it's doing. But be aware that I showed you these two cycles look really similar, and with everybody thinking that the end of the year is going to be the top, what if it's before then and we're about a year ahead of schedule like I just showed you in here? This is parabolic, guys. This is extremely parabolic. Be cautious, be careful. Let's look at XRP. I've been saying this could have given us a hint of what we're going to see. So this is the chart I posted in December. Right before a couple days before Christmas. Wave 1, 2, 3 hit almost perfect to our target. 4 so far has hit almost perfect to our target. I see us, if this tops out here, now we could go up to the 0.5 fib, and this would be invalidated if we break 44 cents. Until then, we could still see a 4-cent XRP. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's a definite possibility. This is playing out beautifully. It went a little bit higher than my wave 4 target, but we did get rejected at the 55 EMA there. It does look like this is playing out beautifully. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, leave your comments below, and I will see you tomorrow.